Giudice is publicly protesting her mother, Teresa Giudice, for abruptly terminating a live interview when confronted with inquiries regarding her past due taxes. On Tuesday, the 24-year-old Next Gen NYC cast member recalled the 53-year-old Real Housewives of New Jersey star hanging up on the news anchor during an appearance on Nick Viall's program, indicating that he was unethical. She also reflected on the history of Ariana Biermann's dispute with Ava Dash and disclosed whether Teresa truly unfollowed her castmate. Gia disclosed on the July 8th episode of The Viall Files, "In all honesty, I believed she handled the situation beautifully. She is exhausted by the public's perception that we neglect to pay our taxes. Honestly, it is amusing to me, but not in a serious way." Gia expressed her sympathy for her mother, who was issued a $300,000 tax lien earlier this year. This comes months after her spouse, Luis Ruelas, 50, was issued a $2.5 million tax lien. "I feel pity for her because she has been robbing her and paying for everything since she was released from incarceration." She found the news anchor's comment to be unprofessional and offensive, as she explained. "It was incredibly unprofessional, and I believe that many individuals expressed this sentiment. I believe that she was deeply offended by it, as people continue to assume they are knowledgeable, despite the fact that they are not." Gia declared her satisfaction with the fact that viewers of Next Gen NYC were able to observe Teresa in a more favorable light than she has been depicted on Real Housewives of New Jersey, despite the fact that her mother's financial difficulties are not the responsibility of anyone else. Gia also addressed the portrayal of Meredith Marks, who has been featured on the series alongside her son, Brooks Marks, on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She stated that the women are truly depicted on Next Gen NYC. She stated, "That is their daily routine, so you are truly witnessing their behavior toward us and their children on Next Gen. I have evidently observed my mother on Housewives and Meredith on her program, and she is the most loving and lovely person I have ever encountered. You will not be depicted in the most positive, joyful light when you are in a noxious environment and with women who may wish to bring out the worst in you. However, on Next Gen, there was no justification for them to start shouting across the table or ordering anyone to exit. It is an entirely distinct atmosphere, and I am exceedingly pleased that individuals were able to observe my mother in that manner," Gia concluded. In retrospect, Gia expressed satisfaction with the manner in which she advocated for her co-star during her dispute with Ava. In retrospect, it appears that Ava was merely belittling her throughout the entire event. As she recollected, "Nothing was making sense, and I was essentially just calling a spade a spade. However, I did experience a sense of regret, which is why I did indeed contact her the following evening. I apologized for my behavior, but the bulldog remark was excessive." In addition, Gia responded to Ava's recommendation that Teresa unfollow her on the podcast. "Truly, do you believe that she would be able to simply remain and dedicate the necessary time to this task? I only know my mother, and she scarcely understands how to document her cameos accurately." Ava's statement was met with incredulity on my part, as she is not at all technologically proficient. "I am aware of my mother, and she does not express a strong desire to unfollow you," she declared.